When I'm explaining the theories behind Wing Chun, I often use the word simplicate. Although the whole purpose of it is to simplify, instead of complicating things, I like to make them more simple. So I use the word simplicate. And what I mean by that is the direct path works. The simple path works. We don't need to make things more complicated than they need to be in order for them to be as effective as they should be. And if you take a more linear approach to all your Wing Chun applications and your street fighting applications, you'll find that you're using a lot less energy and you're being more efficient and effective at the same time. So if we just take a drill where we use Pak Sao, which is just basically we're slapping the intended object or the adversary's target out of the way, so we're just gonna we pocket. All right, so just basically the Chinese word in Wing Chun that we use for slap, if you're not familiar with it. Okay, so when we pock something out of the way, the intention behind that is just to cause them to be offline. So we put them in an unfavorable position, put ourselves in a better favorable position, primarily on a 45-degree angle, so that we can utilize a more effective attack while off-balancing the opponent. In Judo, we call it Kazushi. We have the 8 points of off-balancing. It's the same theory behind it. Okay, so we pock, and the minute I pock, okay, I come in with my secondary hand, okay? And the secondary hand has multiple purposes, but one of the purposes is, obviously, I'm still keeping that offline. So you can see it on this side, it's offline. So I pock and I basically just throw it offline, all right? That's my, now, once I'm, this is my entry, so once I'm inside, okay, that's when I'm going to hit. So I'm going to come here and hit. Now if I want, I'll show you on this side. We're here, okay? Now I can hit with the right hand, so I can come in here and hit right. I can also make it left, alright? So we're here left. Right. Now if you notice, right as opposed to left is a lot quicker, okay? Will the left be as effective on this side, okay? Yeah, I can come here and then just basically do a straight line blast right to their chin or the jawline, okay? But I have to do it from this point here and generate my power. So that's where the 1-inch punch would really come into play. But from here, I'm already cocked back, so I can get a lot more power, and it's faster. Okay, so we have this to left, right. It's a lot more effective. It's efficient. It has more power behind it, okay? So the outside punch, okay, even though if we look at it from this point, from here to here, it's a shorter distance. So in theory behind it, you would say, well, let's travel the path of a shorter distance because we can get from A to B quicker. But if we're here, we also, even though the distance has greatly increased, at least about probably more than a foot, I could generate a lot more power velocity, and it actually feels more natural. So we often talk about distance, and we always say, well, the closest that our closest target is the more sensible target to hit, because of the distance factor. But when we're talking about generating power and velocity and efficiency, it's important to not get so concerned with that distance. And this is a perfect example of that. So I just want to basically show you and demonstrate that so that you can see, because not everybody, and I'll do it from this side. When we're here, alright, we have that. So we're here. The distance from here to here is very short, probably about maybe 3 inches. If I go here, maybe about 5 or 6. And I can be powerful from here, you know, come here and get it in. But if you notice, all right, from here, right from here, all right, it's a lot more efficient to come from the outside, okay? And I could also torque and come under if their body direction changes.